I want to start by saying that I am not from the USA, so military enlistment and protocol might be different where I live. This story happened 3 years ago, and talking about it now helps me process everything. I hope sharing it can help others understand what I've been through. I am 22 years old and currently serve in my country's Air Force. We have mandatory military service, and after completing basic military training, I decided to go no contact with my mother. I still have siblings and relatives connected to her, but they support my decision. I made this choice after years of mental and emotional abuse. My father passed away when I was 14. He died in a serious car accident. I remember being rushed to the hospital to see him one last time. Mom seemed to grieve at first, but refused to have a funeral. My uncle, Dad's brother, offered to cover the expenses, but Mom declined. Dad was cremated the next day. Mom's treatment of Dad before he passed was difficult. She was often abusive and controlling in subtle ways. For example, when she found he was viewing inappropriate material, she strongly confronted him and demanded he change. She also controlled many parts of family life, often putting Dad down and praising him inconsistently. Dad worked hard to protect us and take care of the household, especially when Mom seemed busy or tired. Mom's treatment of us children was strict and harsh. She wanted us to learn piano because she was a musician, but practices were stressful and filled with shouting. Physical punishment was rare, but emotional pressure and scolding could last a long time. After Dad's death, her control over us increased. She criticized how my siblings and I behaved and compared us unfavorably to Dad. One regret I have is how I treated Dad once. When I was 13, I got into trouble at school. Dad was called to the school, and afterward, I told him he was weak for not standing up to Mom. That hurt him deeply, and I've regretted it ever since. Before I enlisted, my uncle explained why Dad stayed in the difficult marriage. Custody laws would have taken us from him if he left, and paying child support would have been very hard. Dad stayed to try to protect us and give us the best life he could. He loved us deeply. Dad had written letters for each of us, sharing stories from his life. I read them all and felt closer to him than ever. Unfortunately, Mom found and destroyed those letters. I chose not to confront her because I knew it would only cause more pain. When I enlisted, Mom was not there to see me off. She said she had a work seminar. I blocked her number and gave Uncle C's contact information to the military. When my sergeant asked why I did not call home, I simply said my family was no longer together. He understood.